Welcome back to the Coffee Hour. I'm Andy Bates.
I'm Sarah Gulseth.
It is Tuesday, April 16th. We have the opportunity to meet the missionaries. We have the Askins family in studio today, excited to share their story. The Reverend Roy and Eliza Askins. Thanks so much for joining us this morning, Askins family.
Thank you for having us. It's good to be here.
Always a joy to learn more about our missionaries and get to meet you in studio and to share your stories. Now, you're serving the Lord in Asia, based in Taiwan, and I'd like to learn more about the path that led up to you becoming missionaries. Tell us your story of the brief elevator speech of how the Askins became missionaries.
Well, we became missionaries. We were in Livingston, enjoying life in Livingston, Texas, where I served a parish there, Trinity Lutheran in Livingston, and I had done some work with Luther Academy and some of their website development stuff, and Pastor McMiller called up and said, "Hey, we need somebody who can help us with communications in the Asia region. Would you be interested in doing this?" And kind of the rest is history from there. We talked about it and went through the process and received the call to be a missionary to the Asia region, communications director to the Asia region in, what year would that have been, dear? 2015, I guess. And then started the process to deploy there. And so we deployed originally to Hong Kong for 2 years. And then last year, April 1st, moved to Taiwan.
Yeah. It's been a good run for you guys. You've been really busy. I've seen a lot of your work.
Yeah.
Tell me about the work that you do day to day as a communications manager, what that actually means.
Yeah, what does that mean? Well, there's a broad range of things. I break it up into two categories of work. One is supporting our team internally, providing them materials that they need to help them do their work, doing pamphlets, posters. I did some designed and laid out some posters in English and Tamil for use of our missionaries in Sri Lanka to pass out to their the people they serve there in the Sri Lanka region or Sri Lanka country. So it's supporting our missionaries internally, providing them the materials they need, also supporting partner churches, helping them provide materials. We'll be working with Dr. Paul to actually put together a podcast in Mandarin.
Oh, nice.
That actually does, language, teaches on the catechism, teaches on the scriptures, all this sort of stuff in Mandarin for the people of Taiwan and China, which is pretty exciting. But then also I have the other side of my work is actually supporting and sharing the news of what we're doing in the Asia region with people here in the U.S. So we're doing things like putting stories and stuff on the website, designing, doing videos, pictures, this sort of stuff. Also writing things or stories and articles for the Lutheran Witness and Lutherans Engage and all that sort of stuff. So day to day, it's a lot of writing and creating content for people here in the U.S. and then also for our missionaries and partner churches in the Asia region.
Wow.
So moving from Livingston, Texas to and doing some travel and network support, I'm sure, and then Hong Kong, then Taiwan. Eliza, tell me about making that transition, moving the whole family. You just have a few kids, so tell me about and brought them all today. I'm so excited to have the whole family in studio. Here. It's so exciting. Tell me a little bit about making that transition. You must be experts at moving too internationally now, huh?
Absolutely not. We're fortunate to have a wonderful missionary support system and fellow missionaries who are teaching us more about traveling internationally. So we started with 5 children on our original NSM trip and on our departure to Hong Kong. So it was going from small town USA to big city Asia. And then we had our first child in Hong Kong. After that, we got the news that we needed to transition to Taiwan, and so we packed up 6 kids and went from big city Asia to a relatively largely populated area, but it feels more like small town, where the community, we walk out and it's not just that they recognize us, but it's almost like we've got friends in the community that know us, and we're there, and it has become home.
That's fantastic.
It actually gave us an opportunity to really study the language, the Chinese language. In fact, because when you live in Hong Kong, there's so much English, you really don't have to know any Chinese. And so the move to Taiwan gave us the opportunity to really start studying Mandarin and Chinese. And they've been studying, Eliza and the kiddos have been studying about 3 hours a day for the last year.
Wow.
The Mandarin language, and their Mandarin has gotten pretty good.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, how about yours? If they're studying 3 hours a day,
I am the father who has to take his child to the grocery store to translate so he can buy things and get things. Ava Marie, it was really incredible. Ava Marie went with me to the camera store. I had to get a lens fixed, and Ava Marie went with me to the camera store. She didn't even know the vocabulary of like a lens or cameras or whatnot, but she translated for me, and we got it all figured out. It was really great. Yeah.
That seems to be a common thread among missionary families. That the kids are the translators.
Yeah. That's the way it is.
Speaking of the kids, I hear a rumor that you guys are going to sing for us. Is that true?
Would you like to do that? Yes, you would like to do that.
Yeah, we would. We would love to hear it.
Ava Maria, whenever you're ready. You ready, kids?
耶稣爱我，我知道，因有圣经告诉我，凡小孩子主牧养，我虽然弱，主刚强。主耶稣爱我，主耶稣爱我，主耶稣爱我，有圣经告诉我。
That was
That was
excellent.
great.
Thank you so much for singing that for us.
We also, if y'all are interested, they also learned the Lord's Prayer in Mandarin. Would that be something
That
guys
would be-
interested in?
Would love to.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's do the Lord's Prayer.
我们在天上的父，愿人都尊你的名为圣，愿你的国降临，愿你的旨意行在地上，如同行在天上。我们日用的饮食，今日赐给我们，免我们的债。 如同我们免了人的债，不叫我们遇见试探，救我们脱离凶恶，因为国度、权柄、荣耀，全是你的，直到永远。阿门。
Amen.
Now I want to learn that.
What has been most challenging, and Eliza or any of the kids can answer this as well, in studying a new language? What has been most challenging about learning this new language?
The pronunciation and also the writing of the characters, because some of the characters are very hard to write.
How many strokes do some of the characters have?
Some
20.
have 16 to 20 strokes.
Wow.
16 to 20 strokes for one character.
Yes.
And what's communicated in one character?
Usually some words take one or two characters to write, or some will take only one character. It depends.
That is impressive. And so you've been studying about 3 hours a day for how many months now?
A year.
A year. That's impressive.
Wow.
Well, I can tell Mom and Dad are really proud, too. Dad's really proud.
Dad's actually quite jealous because Dad wished he could actually spend 3 hours a day studying Chinese. So they have to start teaching me now. They've gotten to the point now where it's time to start being Dad's instructor and teaching Dad a little more Chinese.
So is that what happens around the dinner table at home?
We need to start doing that more. Actually, I think that's a great idea. They need to talk in Chinese and translate for Dad so Dad can learn Mandarin.
We have just about a minute left. How can we follow the Lord's work of LCMS missionaries in Asia and continue to stay informed about what's going on?
Sure, that's a number of ways you can do this. In terms of our work in particular, please visit askinsinasia.org. We have .com, askinsinasia.com. You can also email me questions, or if you want to be added to our newsletter, roy.askins@lcms.org. There's also, I don't know if I can announce this, but we're going to, a new website, international.lcms.org, where you can hear all sorts of great things, see the videos and news and podcasts, all sorts of stuff about going on all over the world, not just in Asia, but all over the world. And then we do have a Facebook page. I don't do a whole lot on the Asia Facebook page, but you can see us there as well. Just look for LCMS Asia on Facebook to find more there. But yeah.
Very good. In the States for a little while and then headed back to Taiwan?
Yeah, we're in the States until the end of July. We'll be there for convention. So we'll all be there in Tampa for convention, and then we head back. We have one last presentation in northern Wisconsin, and then we head back on the 30th. So
the Reverend Roy and Eliza Askins and all the Askins children in studio today. Thanks so much for singing and praying the Lord's Prayer with us this morning. Thanks so much, Askins family, for being here today.
Thank you for having us. It's great to be here.
That does it for the Coffee Hour. I'm Andy Bates.
I'm Sarah Golseth.
The Coffee Hour with Andy and Sarah is a production of KFUO. To support the Coffee Hour and KFUO Radio, visit KFUO.org. You can also text KFUO to 41444 or send an email to gifts@KFUO.org. And you can call us at 800-844-0524. KFUO. Christ for you, anytime, anywhere.